and welcome. I am doing a presentation on Soldier Field, which is the oldest football stadium currently in use. My name is Alex Fortenberry, and I am doing this presentation for my facilities management class. So those of you who don't know much about Soldier Field, let me tell you this. So before Mike Ditka rocked the mustache and sweater vest, before Walter Payton graced us with his sweet feet on the gridiron, before the '85 Bears terrified other teams, and before Gale Sayers sang Brian's song, Soldier Field was a construction site. Never was, and no one ever thought that it would ever be used as a professional football stadium. It was meant to hold other social events for the people of Chicago. Soldier Field has gone through 3 different stages, from when it was constructed to be a general public use field, to when it was converted to be the football field of the Chicago Bears, and to its upgrade to the stadium it is today. This presentation will go through these different stages and how other events other than the Chicago football team helps the stadium raise money. So first stage is the construction stage. So the construction of Soldier Field was commissioned by South Park Commissions in 1919. The architects used was William Halliburd and Martin Roach. The stadium cost $13 million. Quick fact, originally the stadium was going to be called Grant Park Municipal Stadium, but was changed after a request from the Chicago Gold Star mothers. That means they lost their sons in a war, who believed it should be dedicated to the soldiers who fought in past wars. Now, this stadium would hold not that many football games, but will hold auto races, fire and police demonstrations. It has also held one of the biggest masses ever seen in Illinois. Over 100,000 people would attend. It also held civil rights rallies hosted by Martin Luther King. It will even host presidents speaking during war times. Now, in 1917, the conversion, this is when the Chicago Bears moved in. Now, the reason why the professional football team Chicago Bears moved into Soldier Field, it was to meet the new NFL's policies, which require a team stadium to hold a capacity of over 50,000 spectators. Modifications were needed from the original design of the stadium, in which include a new end zone seating on the north side of the stadium, which created a separate north field section, which would later host tennis tournaments. And that became the football stadium, where we see Mike Ditka, Walter Payton, the '85 Bears defense, Gale Sayers, you name it. Now, 2003, the upgrade. The stadium received enough funds through bonds to upgrade the stadium to be more modern. The upgrade cost $690 million. Architects that were involved in the upgrade were Boston architecture firm of Wood and Zapata and a Chicago architect, Derek Lohan. Many people were not happy with the new upgrade, because they had built a new stadium within the original stadium. This became the stadium's catchphrase, a stadium within a field. And I feel like this made a great combination between old traditions and new beginnings within the city of Chicago. Now, events. There are 3 different kind of events that Soldier Field holds. Indoor events, which are held within the stadium, which can hold like dinners or charity events. outdoor events, which are held not on the field but just on the stadium grounds. Again, you can hold charity events or private parties just outside the stadium. And finally, field events, which are held on the field of Soldier Field, which could be college games, soccer games. You can even host maybe graduations there, etc. So, for example, we're going to focus on an event that is coming up in September, which is Notre Dame versus Wisconsin. Now, interesting fact, the first football game ever played was not a professional football team, but indeed Notre Dame played the first ever football game on Soldier Field. And with it being almost 100 years later, Notre Dame still goes back to Soldier Field, where they have success. Now, this event counts as a field event, and details of it is a college football team. Now, this helps benefit Soldier Field, alright? Because Soldier Field receives money through the hotel tax they have in Chicago. And with people visiting, fans, players, coaches from Indiana, which is where Notre Dame is, or Wisconsin, which is where, of course, Wisconsin is, Soldier Field is receiving money to help pay off the bonds needed for the upgrade that they had back in 2003. Now, venues that are featured in a field event, because that's what we're focused on, include the stadium capacity of 63,000 spectators. This includes suites, all right, private parties or business meetings, what have you. A natural grass field, so most players prefer natural grass fields. Of course, again, doesn't have to be a sporting event. Now, 2 Dektronic video boards with full video capability in case you want to have a high-def event captured. 2 LED ribbon boards so that people can view from either side of the stadium. A JBL surround sound in the stadium, because who doesn't like to have all those great sound effects. A media box accommodating up to 250 people, because let's face it, there are medias all over that cover all the games. They gotta hold those people. 133 sky suites. A various indoor and outdoor space for private and VIP receptionists. That's the bigwigs. Excellent sight line from the seat bowl. Basically how the bowl is shape of the stadium. It's always going to be a great view no matter where you sit. Convenient and plentiful on-site parking. Parking is a must, especially for sporting events, especially if you don't want to take public transportation. There's also multiple methods of public transit to and from the stadium in case you don't want to spend money on parking. And experienced and professional management and staff to make your stay much more pleasant. All this is found on the Soldier Field website in case any of you are interested in hosting an indoor, outdoor, or field event in the near future. In conclusion, Soldier Field is the oldest professional football stadium in use today. In a few years, it will reach over 100 years of use. It is a combination of the old ways and new beginnings. It adds a traditional atmosphere to whatever event you want to hold. I hope you enjoyed my presentation, and if not, maybe have convinced yourself to go visit it one day. Hope this makes you think that Soldier Field is the oldest. Hope I educate you on how old Soldier Field is and its history, its culture, and just how rich it is with it. Hope you all have a good day, and thank you for attending my presentation.